is fair in love and marriage. Discussing everything from A to Z, cause that's the way it's supposed to be, yeah. All is fair in love and marriage. We may agree to disagree, but in the end we know it's you and me, yeah.
What is good, everybody?
What's going on?
It is us, the new song.
And this is All is Fair in Love and Marriage podcast live.
Yes, and as you can see, we have some seasoned folks with us.
Yeah.
This is Courtney's
My
grandparents.
Yes.
My boys.
This is my beloved grandmother, Valerie Taylor, and the patriarch of the family here, Robert Taylor.
It's Gammie Pop.
Man, these have been two of the most influential people in my life across every board, whether it was, in church, everything I know about being me, everything about manhood, a lot of it I attributed to my grandfather, and man, you all are in for a treat tonight. You really are.
So we thank you guys for tuning in. We hope that you like, love, share,
subscribe, comment,
all of it.
Yeah.
Invite everybody in because we just want to show the world that black marriages do last.
They do. That's true.
First question: how long have you guys been married? That's what people ask.
First of all, let us say thank you for asking us to be on your show.
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure.
You guys are great examples.
Being our favorites.
Y'all heard that?
Uh-huh.
Favorites.
No. The question
I had
is,
to talk to the person.
the question is how long we've been married?
Yes.
For so long that we forgot.
We went to see one another before we got married. 5 years.
Wow.
So we had to know one another. You know, the good and the bad.
Yeah, but the question, we got married in 1959. And those figures will go up to 60.
Yeah.
That's right.
61
years.
Long years.
Beautiful years.
And they were wonderful years. I would never want to live my life over again. If I had to live it over, it would be the same. I mean, I'd love to live it over.
We were married twice.
But just to live the life that a lot of people live, they think, well, why don't you live this life? No, if I had to live my life over again, it would be the same way. And I trusted it would be the same way. And I tested it out because after 50 years we were together, she married me again.
So I said, you know what? You get married again.
Right, okay. I don't know. It's just wonderful to tell the truth. You're going to have some ups and downs. That's life.
Of course.
Ups and downs is life. So when you look at a lot of people, they look and say, well, Jesus, what breaks you up, most people? First of all, jealousy and money.
Mm-hmm.
Those things
Absolutely.
break a couple up, get them arguing, fussing, quicker than anything. You don't believe it. You run short of money and you want to do something, and you get to arguing about this, and before you know it, you argue. But you can just, those things come in life. You say, this is part of life, part of my marriage. Death do us part, thick and thin.
That's what I said. We stick together. Them, and you don't break them up. Stay together. Stay together. Don't leave your children.
And the other thing, you surround yourself around good people. People, like the people that we associated when we were younger, they were just like family, and it was all married people. And in fact, some of those, couple of our friends still around. Yeah, when we get our age, ain't too many around at that age. But we have parties, and everybody, just loved everybody. And the other thing, if I was leaving something for you to live by as a young person, as a young married couple, when you see one, you should see the other one. If you're going to the party or something, why would you be there without your wife or your wife be there without you? That's a family thing.
Don't go to my parties without me.
And it's not being jealous. Everybody jealous. Christ was jealous. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be. I've never been jealous of my wife. You trust your wife, and your wife trusts you, and that's it. You can't do anything anyway. What's the difference? You understand? So the point is, you put trust in her, she'll put trust in you, and that's the way you live a life. You understand? You remember one thing: she's grown like you are, and you're grown just like she is. She has a thought of her own, a mind of her own. You have one of your own. See? So you have to live those and give the other party the right to live their life in the same respect. I've always believed in that here.
Right, we might just wrap it up, but I don't want to wrap it up because I want to hear. Now I know Courtney has been around for quite some time.
You got a couple years.
We got a couple years. But I really want to know. I want to know the love story. Like, how'd you guys come together? How was the proposal?
I thought you never would get to that. Oh, I like living that life all over again.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't think I had that. I didn't even ask him. He just told me.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Start from the beginning.
Let's go from the jump here, okay? At the beginning, okay, she's Canadian, right? I'm from Alabama. Came to Niagara Falls as a young buck, you know. And
what brought you here?
Tried a better life, as most black people in the South. And I left at an early age. You know, things were really rough down through there. See, so then you try to find something better for your life.
Yeah.
I was too young really to travel, but I so happened to come here with a minister, Reverend Rivers. And I said, two more friends of mine, and his son Rivers. But anyway, we got here, got tied up with a job. I didn't know what I was doing. The guy gave me a job. He knew I didn't know, but he trusted me and just he took a liking. Let's put it this way. He took me in as one of his family. Now and then we got tired of going to social life. I didn't like to have social life around here because it was too much confusion. Like we wanted to drink and fight and carry on something. And we went to Toronto. We call that God's Heaven. And we found a place where all the young people was a hall. Yeah, it was a nice place where the young people go and have a good time, right? So we went in to have a good time.
Right.
To find our friends, our friends. And this wallflower was sitting on the shelf over there. I looked at it, and all the girls were trying to get to me to dance. And you know that too. I could dance. She told me that was her way of getting the conversation with me, saying I want to teach you.
That's right.
And I let her teach me. She's been teaching me ever since.
That's right. That's how you do it.
I love that.
But anyway, a friend of mine, George Wallace, passed away. God rest his soul in peace. We drove down in my car, and we parked. We met these two girls at the dance hall. Nice people. And this was class. It wasn't no like you got to dress suits and all that there. But people was intelligent people. They wasn't fighting, they were out to have a good time. They enjoyed something. At the evening, they went home, not going to get drunk and all that stuff. Okay, so they recognized that we were pretty clean cut gentlemen, and we also recognized the same thing. We took Ansel for coffee or something after the dance. So they said yes. So we went down on Young Street. We went down in this territory in someplace in Toronto, right? And stopped and parked the car at one place, and went and had lunch, and we come out, the car wasn't there. We didn't know what the car was at. So I said, somebody, they thought I was joking. I said, no, we parked here. Somebody moved the car. It was gone, we stole the car. So what they did, she said, well, we asked the mother if we could say it, because we recorded it. And then they wanted us to have someplace so they could contact us at. So mother said, well, we could stay there until the cops said we could get in touch with us, right? So we stayed there, and they called us and found we got your car.
And what were you doing? You playing cards?
The car was around just half a block around the corner in the back there. I really don't know if we parked. I'm not sure, but that started it. And then we started, and my father was the top man on CNN Railroad, like, you know. He came in, and he was a nice gentleman, like his brother, you know, blah, blah, blah. And fast forward, we got going together, and we went south together. You know, Michigan, then south, and then Alabama.
But when I got there, I was so glad I did, because he was so good at it. Oh my goodness, there's nothing that he couldn't do for us. Everything, you know, he came in, tore the house up, everything out of the house, everything they had in the house. All new stuff.
I showed him how to pick cotton. We showed pecan trees and all these things they never seen before, like, you know.
My mother was wild, she was bedridden and that, you know, that touched my heart and all he was doing.
Yeah.
But her family was likewise, just like her mother, and brother was just like her brother, and father was like father, and people from family. And while we went on parties and went on, then we go 5 years. That's right. 5 years. Then we said, well, they wanted to take me into the service, okay? And I was being shipped out, I had my morning breakfast, and she was there crying and all that there, and I looked, I said, I gotta work. She crying, but that's why I said I had to live my life all over. I wouldn't have the family that I had I not. And I went to the service, I might have married somebody else, I would have you, I would know you, and the people I know, like, and I said, like, I had, I'm just bouncing around a little bit. My church, you understand? I come in contact with the church, you understand? And Valerie Robert, you know, we were just like, he was just good family people. And then we have and then when he passed on, the Lord blessed us again with another good pastor and first lady, you understand?
My grandfather,
Dr. Hathaway, see? And his wife, and they're just like family, you understand? So you gotta keep a religion in your life too.
Yeah.
You should keep that in your life. You may not show it, but you should have it there. So I got going through that kind of thing, and then we said, well, we get married. And a buddy of mine, they brought her over here from Toronto, put her in the theater on Laysville High School out there. And she didn't know what they were doing, and I was doing something else, but I was fixing a party for her, right? You know, getting everything together. And when we come out, I asked her if she would marry me, you understand? And her father and all her brothers,
yeah,
all,
my mother,
everybody there, you know,
sisters, I didn't know nothing about it.
so she looked at me, she looked and said, I thought you never was going to ask any boy to marry you. You did tell me that.
You were glad to get me.
Yeah, I'm sure you was. I sure was. I ain't never regretted it either. So, you know, we argue with fuss sometimes, but you disagree. Remember this here, you disagree in order to agree.
Yes.
That's a serious point in life. You're not going to agree with everything somebody else says. I stated earlier, you're grown, you have a mind, I have one, so we got to be all for the keys.
Yeah.
And that money gets short, you be right. That's when it's going to fire up a little bit there, you understand?
Yes.
So when you get those like, so anyway, we got married, we went out of it. Thank the good Lord, we out of the first year we had Bombina. Now they used to tell us that was a pumpkin seed, but it turned out to be our beautiful daughter, and that's, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now behind that comes my grandchildren. I got number 1 grandson, Cameron, number 2, Courtney, and number 3, and there's not a grandfather, a parent that's more happy than I am and pleased with my family and there's people that they associated with. And Courtney got married. They brought me my first great granddaughter. And I got another great granddaughter, great granddaughter. You know what I'm saying? So I got them all. You know what I'm saying? But had I went to the service, backing up, these things may not never happen. So the good Lord puts it out there. We just have to accept it.
Yeah.
And then we went, Lord, I looked at, I worked at, I'm sorry, baby, but I enjoy telling this here myself. Yeah, I'm going back. Yeah, I got it.
Listen, I love it.
I'm going back. When I worked at the dry cleaners, and it was an old Italian.
While you're talking, I'm just going to bring it in a little bit closer.
Yeah.
While you're talking.
Yeah.
Keep going.
There was a Italian lady there, a Polish, pardon me. And she was so nice to us, our family, you know. When they had the little girl, they do little clothes for her, you know, and stuff like that there. And she said to, one day, her husband, they were going to be married 40-some years. And I said, Lord, 40-some years? You think we'd ever make something like that there? 40 years came, and 50 years came. Oh man, now I'm in my roses, you understand? And Mama said to me, I'm going to tell her like it is. You asked me, so you going to marry me again? No. But no, we said, we got married, we renewed our vows, and it was a wonderful wedding. I must say, first wedding, we had almost 500 people there. At this wedding, we had 244 people, and then 44 rooms, right? In Salvatore's garden. The good Lord blessed us. And I looked around, and when she was walking down the aisle there, and I looked out there and seen that she was prettier then than she was the first time.
And I wasn't feeling
That's what you want.
And my number one grandson was bringing her down the aisle. And then I met him, and I asked her, did she like chicken? She said, yes. I said, well, grab this wing, baby. but that's really, and we're here with the family, like I said. Had not we met and made contact, I would never been involved in her family. She never been involved in my family. I've never been involved.
My mother just loved it.
And it's just like, we're like a creature over here, you understand? I just...
you got a live studio audience.
Yeah, see, you can holler if you want to preach. That's all right. but it's, when you go through life like that, yeah, I got this other thing in our wedding, second time. One gentleman was in there the first time, he was in there the second time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, after 50 years, that's not happening.
That was amazing to see.
We were friends when we were boys.
That was amazing.
6 or 7 years old, like, right?
50 years, and he was in the second.
In the first wedding and the second wedding. And he's still around, and I appreciate it. He's Clarence Rudolph. And his wife.
And his wife commented and said, that's my husband's best friend.
Yeah,
she on here watching us.
Yeah, that's family.
See, so we just like brothers, the whole our family was so wonderful together, like, you know.
They love me and I love them. We just didn't know one another, but we got to know.
Yeah. And all that's, and that was another thing, everybody took a liking for her, but she was a likable person. Her family was a likable person. And like she was saying earlier, her grandfather was a minister, superintendent or something like that.
All churches
in Canada.
AME church.
Yeah, see, so there was something,
He used to talk to us a lot, you know, he used to think we did.
But we were blessed, and I would thank the Lord.
I still think he watching me, because I'm the only one in the family that go to church. I've been trying to tell other people to go to church, get you to church. And they just don't go. You know, but I told Grandpa, I said, I'm here, because he thought we didn't pray.
But I got my...
We didn't pray at night. I said, we all pray. My cousin Barbara was with us. I love Barbara.
That's it. That's just life.
She was with us, and so we stayed together. You know, and he told us, you know, just be good. But I want your children to be good. And I have to stay with him. He was, my dad was always working on whatever the railroad, so they were never
Mhm.
home. That grandpa, I said, "Grandpa, can I stay here with you sometime?" And Albert, his mother, had passed when she was born. That was like his daughter, his
Gotcha.
granddaughter. And we had a granddaughter that, we had a great grandmother there. And I hurt myself so much because we used to tease her, you know? And because she was old, and she lost her mind, and we used to laugh at her and tell her what she hadn't got. We used to take her home away from her and all. And I said, why was I that bad? You know, so, you know, it hurt.
Kids being kids.
I
You know no
was.
better.
I was terrible. I could
That's
grab
what it
it.
is.
That's who it was.
You don't know no
I
better.
said, this is my home. I said, no, that's somebody else's home. It's not yours. You don't have a home. He said, this is my house. And all everything but their house. And I said, I was bad. And I had to God to forgive me about that. When I got older, I had to forgive me for the things I did. Because I think I'm a loving person.
You
I
are.
never been like
You are.
everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she got three, two girls.
Mhm.
Actually, it was three of them. There was two now left. Her older sister, and Marlene, she's in trauma. And not doing too well, but she's not taking care of her.
Right.
And she had one brother, and baby him,
We sure did baby
he
his
passed
name
on.
right.
But he was good people, you understand?
He had everything he wanted from his sisters. Because the mom would get mad if we didn't go after him and get what he wanted. That's your brother, he asked him for it, he wants something.
Those are good families. A lot of good people, good friends, and lots of friends. But if I like, I had a friend of ours, Palm, I mean, if I had a friend, that's a friend of mine. George, I lost a lot of friends. Bill Miller, I lost Carl, he was friends of ours that we grew up with, you know. And I just got connected, and we got connected with the right people. Let's put it that way. God just kept us in the right path, you know. And we seen that trouble was going that way, we wouldn't go. We'd be a part of it. Try to get around. So
That's how it should be.
I would say too.
Right.
If I had said, and always think of somebody, what you can do for somebody else. And you don't have time to do any wrong when you think of some good things you can be doing for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm going to hit this kind of quick. So young people is not living the life that we live nowadays. They got more temptation than we had.
Yeah.
And they're not being parents. Parents not taking care of them and like they should. You know this here. And so every time I get a chance to say something to a kid or somebody, it don't have to be a kid either, that can help them, I want to say it, and I would encourage everybody else to do the same. If you get a chance, don't talk about them and walk around with the kids out there, he's doing this here and he's doing that. That may be the same kid that's going to give you a needle one day or help you out when you're sick.
Yeah.
You get old, see? And that's the way I look at it. And I would just like to see, it hasn't hurt me, so I would think it would be good medicine for the young people to look into. If you older people is looking at the down at these young people, to look at it also. And I always say this here, the only time you look down on another person is when you're reaching down to help them up.
Yeah.
That's the time.
That's good.
That's got me.
Yes.
That's really good.
And we've really appreciated your words of wisdom. Because you have definitely
Helped to hold us together.
Oh my goodness.
I would listen.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy.
We are trying to stop it before it happens.
This is true.
That's
This is
true.
true.
But
Before we move forward, I want to say hello to all our family that's in Canada that's online right now watching and commenting. They're saying hello to y'all.
Yes.
Too much.
Likewise.
No, it's okay. I'm not a talker. I always said that, you know, that I never like to talk much because I never did. Because I said, because people, when you don't talk, You gotta watch them, they're quiet.
Yeah, that's true.
So I said, I better start making some noise. So I start talking a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got all our nieces and nephews in Canada, and we love them all. And we got them all in Detroit,
Yeah.
down in
All
Florida,
over.
all
We got
over.
them all over.
Detroit.
Speaking of traveling different places, I also happened to see your program in two different states I was in. You all over. You all over the country.
Y'all know it's Canada, and they know
I
it's
said,
where we go.
that's my son. No. Yeah. So, and you're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Keep your good work up.
Thank you very much. Hopefully we're making you proud.
And you make it, I couldn't be no more proud, and I tell the world this here.
You know what I used to do with these boys?
Don't make me cry because Marquis ain't get that's no tissue.
Yeah.
I used to keep reading the Bible, because
You did.
every day when they came home from school,
Yeah.
That's what we did after
What
school.
would make
they had to read a verse of the Bible. We all took turns
Yeah.
before they went up and prayed. Every day.
I want to cry.
No,
No, I really value this because I didn't have this. So I didn't have my grandmother, she was divorced, but she was strong, but I really, really, really appreciate this opportunity to be able to sit and to glean and to get the jewels that have kept you guys together, because that's what we want, we want that.
Longevity.
But everybody loved Robert.
We closing out the month strong, man.
When he went down south, everybody, Robert's here, Robert's here, Robert's here, Robert. Everybody just loved him, They just can't wait to see him, Because he was a joyful for his mother.
He's the life of the party, no matter where we go.
And he took his mother and put her in the car. She can't put in the box or anything. He took her all the way down to somewhere down.
We went to Miami.
And she wanted to see her, one of her sons.
That's
She hadn't
beautiful.
seen here. He took her all the way down there to see him.
That's beautiful.
And I said, he's beautiful, man. We do things like that. Make it, mothers do it.
They make you fall in love with him all over again.
And let me say to the young people too, that's married, take some vacations, go places
Yeah.
together,
That's my goal.
have a good time.
You don't forget the children.
Wait, it takes,
That's me.
if you have, each child you have,
We gotta bring the
it
kids
takes
up.
about 8 years out of the wife's life. You working, in most cases, it used to be that time the man works and the lady stay home to take care of the kid. But society has made a difference. It made a difference. Bought the homes, build homes, it costs them one paycheck to just take care of things.
Right.
So you gotta have that going on for you. So, but remember, it takes at least 8 years out of the lady's life to take care of a kid. When she starts out in first grade, she goes up, when she gets to a certain grade, you gotta be at home when that kid gets out of school. You gotta be there to shake how you do it, blah, 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 and give it some love.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't just turn, don't say nothing to the kid, just let it go wild and don't start running and play. Put the kid in, have a certain time for the kid to get in the books and teach the kid love.
Yes.
Love.
Yeah.
And that's bottom line when you're working with the family. Just have a family. And my other thing, if you're gonna have children, I feel that you should have them back to back and get it over with.
We done.
In other words, if you every time you got one, you space them. If we had a time during our time, they didn't want black people to have too many kids. Say, they're having too many. I think they were about. I think they were. Yeah. They would say they didn't want our population was getting kind of growing. See, but the point is, when you have, some people have quite a few kids, but usually the good Lord ain't gonna put nobody here that you can't take care of, first of all. And you're gonna use common sense, of course, you understand. But that's what we're here. Ladies to bear fruit. Man is to earn a living by the sweat of his brow. See? So you gotta do these things. But a lot of we do what parts of the Bible we want to listen to, and it fits us.
Mhm.
But you gotta listen to the whole Bible.
Right,
And this,
right.
this,
The
is
whole
the, this is the book when it comes to husband and wife.
Yeah,
And you start from step one.
Yes.
And you're here to bring children in this world. That's how the world multiplies, it grows. But now, I'm sorry.
So I'm gonna say, whenever young needs help, I was right there for her.
That's right,
Yeah.
she was
I was
there.
right there for her, and I want those children.
That's right.
I know I'm gonna take care of them.
That's right.
And I said, I just love them so.
Yes.
That's one thing I'm actually grateful for about this through this pandemic, because although it kind of shook our lives up, I was able have not missed a beat with Carter. We've seen every
I was there
aspect.
for every.
That's right, and I love what you're doing.
Although it took us away from everything, we were able to spend more time with our babies and quality time.
Take them to meet their kin folks,
Yeah.
and so they'll know their kin folks. And this is important.
It's very important.
Yeah,
We had that coming up.
Yeah.
And take the boys away from the mother, that's third boy. It's still mine.
Yeah.
My boys, I have.
Courtney was her favorite because he worked around the yard. I gotta tell this about Courtney, though.
Lord, here we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Here we go.
All right, Courtney's been in the house and the baby around the house all the time. When little kids come around, this little boy came around, they was out playing. I was happened to be sitting on the porch somewhere, and Courtney was playing in his ear, doing something. So I was, what you doing, Courtney? He said nothing. I went out there. Courtney had some glue. He done plugged the boy's ears just about. Boy, I fought trying to get that glue out of his ear. He had glue putting the plug in his ear with glue. I mean glue.
Oh my
So
God.
I got it out and the baby was able to get it out there. I don't know if you got a woman for that or not.
I don't remember this story.
Normally you might have got a woman for that, but I didn't think you knew what you were doing. Yeah.
Boy, I used to
He sat in the oven?
Besides, he sit on the
Oh,
stool.
next
Oh.
to
Say, oh my gosh.
And I think you put it,
Yeah, he put it
put it
on.
there.
Oh, the glue? No, don't wait for that, but he had to plug that boy's ear was stuck. I just got it before it started hard.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was
But
lucky.
he was such
Well,
a good kid.
sorry, sir, whoever you are.
Yeah, yeah.
Take that gorilla glue story to a whole nother level.
He was a good child.
Yeah, he
Oh
was
my
very
God.
Yeah, I told him that if you whip that boy, I'm gonna whip you.
Yeah.
He's good. You know, he played with himself, he didn't want nobody bothering him.
Yeah.
And he just did, and the boys used to know that, because they used to tease him and ask him for everything and want him to do it. I said, you leave Courtney alone, he don't have to do it.
Yeah.
And he just sat there and, look, he was the best baby.
That's why I pick on me, man.
Yeah.
Came the time to pick on me now.
You think they pick on, they don't pick on, you understand?
No,
Yeah.
listen.
Cameron and Todd, they were real close.
Yeah, but you boy, if you just know, just go through life and back it up, I don't regret nothing.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Like I thank the Lord every day, I used to thank him all the time for putting Robert into my life,
That's a two-way street.
I was okay with my family, with everybody was okay with me. But we used to have parties and our mothers would be there and we just had a ball, with our parents. They were all there.
All my nieces and nephews, I had ball with them too. We had a ball with them, you know what I'm saying?
Enjoy one another. There was the age, if you want to come to our party, you come on to our party and enjoy it. We just have fun together.
So, if you can remember, I'm about to go to the bathroom, so I can't hear.
That's sign of old age. Now I'm gonna show you real old age.
Oh my goodness.
And he can do it because he can make up all kinds of things. He ain't happy that he has a person smile and laugh.
That's him.
I know.
He invited to parties. This is so Robert to be here.
To show up. Like, all right, I'm here. Party. I'm excited to party
Now
now.
they ain't gonna have no fun. They just had, he had to be there.
Mhm.
At the party. Yeah, that used to hurt me when I couldn't go home. I just cried. I said, oh, I can't go home. Well, it was why I couldn't go, I don't know. But anytime if we had to go that way, I was ready. Christmas time or any time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but we had enough bills and like that. Thank the Lord for that. You know, that was a good girl. I was always doing things wrong, but I thank the Lord. I said, forgive me. And he did. He's a love person.
Of course.
Very much for that. But I don't know what else you want to know. They said we had a good life at back. Nobody knew I was getting married until first problem. Get married.
What's your favorite memory that you have with Papa?
That's a loaded question. 61
But
years.
did so much.
I know.
I did so much that I just go along.
If you had to pick one thing, what kind of stuff stick out to you?
So his mother, you know, he was good to her.
Yes.
You know, and just, you know, it just seemed like it wasn't natural for him to, you know, do that. And he, sisters, good to them, they all love him. You know, they just, we get to call us all the time. Robert's here.
Yeah. Two sisters left.
Yeah, when
Yes, sir.
you
Love them both.
It's Alabama, you know, they didn't live that great in those days. They didn't have nothing much, but they still had Robert. You know, he's here. We go twice a year. We just go down there. And his mother, I can see the tears in her eyes. She would be so happy to see him.
Oh, it's also that.
And I couldn't talk to her because she couldn't talk to her. I didn't know what she was saying at the time. And I didn't try to leave the room. I felt embarrassed that I couldn't talk to her. But she kept on trying to talk to me.
Good.
Yeah.
You know, they say that that's one of the things you can tell how a man will love you and take care of you is how he loves his mom.
Yeah,
How he takes care of his mom.
Yeah, and I never got to come. That's the first trip we had. They didn't even know me. I just felt just at home.
What is one of the, I know I asked earlier, what was one of the silliest disagreements that you guys ever had? Or the biggest, but you know.
Well, everything we did was serious. There was nothing that we were. Well, I always fussed like everything. I know people had to wonder why we got married because everything. But then we don't think about it.
Right.
You know, it's done.
That's good.
I wouldn't even think anything. We just feed chocolate or something else and everybody see the next time.
But that's good if you can't remember anything because then that means that.
It's like, you know, he thinks he knows the last word or something like that. I don't let him get that last word.
Well, guys, you can forget that then. Just give them the last word. Watch your baby.
I learned that early on in the game.
My father-in-law taught me this here. Yeah, your father, yeah. He says, son, be here. I learned from him, let's put it this way. My mother was on him all the time.
All the time. I get mad at him.
And she said, Chauncey!
Shouldn't do that.
Chauncey! And then she go to raise, he go raise. They just grunt.
Your mom said anything she wanted to, but then he didn't.
Yeah, that's agree with them. They got along good too. They had no problem. They work me or work me.
I'm gonna work for you because I can't be there.
Yeah, I would get so upset. Mm-hmm. So you're not gonna say nothing?
Well, that's a good way to say it. It takes 2 to tango. And it takes 3 to 10 things apart. Remember that. So it takes 2 to tango, okay? Those everything is set out in the way it's designed. You just walk yourself into it. Was there when you got there. The trap is out there.
Yeah.
So you just watch what you do. You understand the bottom line. That's it.
I said he wouldn't make me that way.
Yeah, I tell you. Now you see, I don't know what I'm saying, but she said to me, what did you say to me about? I will give you an example. I'm getting old. That was she can remember, but I can remember. I take care of that. Now that's old. That's one stage. That's one stage of getting old. Now. But now I got so many memories of our grandchildren and our nieces and nephews, you know what I'm saying, the things that we did with them, they did with us.
Yeah, beautiful family.
I saved cans like from work, like you know, and put them in the thing, and each year the kids we took them on vacation every year. Florida, Busch Gardens, every place. But I had money, but I give them. And Mama went out and bought them little bags, part person, and they put and they put their money in there, and they spent money on the way down Florida, wherever we went. But they've been somewhere every place.
Yeah.
And we took a trip to Las Vegas with them, you know, and we drove.
Yeah.
Cross country, drove through the southern states, and this is a wonderful trip. Now that's something I would say to some young people, this marriage couple and family, take that trip. Go through the southern state, pick up 10 highway out of Birmingham, Mobile. If you go southern way, and it's southern way is good. We went down to Busch Gardens there in Tampa, then come back up and went into New Orleans, had lunch and dinner in New Orleans. So they see these things. But the amazing thing about it, so God has created this earth and cut it so you wouldn't believe what you see out through Texas or California. The road, they changing things now. But it's a sight to see. It's a trip that you. And they stopped at where they make the cowboy movies at, and played shootout with the cartoon stars and everything. They seen all this here. And they even went,
some of my favorite memories, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I remember the trip there better than I do the actual final location.
You couldn't have a family with us. They would be
I goddaughter and then her family, you know, see.
We've never been that far away.
But it was just things like that.
Happy.
And then,
daughter with us. We just had a good time.
and then the growing up part about it, when she was pleased and proud. And I never, and God, I pray we never have. One of them, they going to jail or something, or in trouble, you know, and they're embarrassing us. And that's not so much you were embarrass me. The point is, you didn't do anything to embarrass me. You did things that would just make us proud. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I look back and I tell people, and I brag on my grandson, not so much, and I should, because I feel good.
Yes.
When I look at Cameron. Cameron's a genius. I used to go to all their meetings, and the teacher would tell me he is one of the smartest kids we got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all the class, PTA meetings. So we know what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to the final, at Lake Courtney, things changed. I was there. My grandson was down at Sheridan Hotel. They sent him out to Texas there, you understand? Put him in top shape there. And he runs the place down there, you see? You know what I'm saying? And he had a hand there, you see? Well, things in life changed. COVID messed up a lot of things for a lot of people. Not only you, but you're back on track again. Not only that, I used to take him, and he didn't want to go sometime. I used to take him to music, play piano, and he didn't want to go. From Trinity Baptist Church, they set up Sister Glover, I think, was in charge or whatever. And I took him, made sure he got his classes, and the teacher loved him. And I guess he must have loved the teacher too. You like that teacher, boy? But anyway, they got in, and I'm so proud. And I think a lot of people, he made a lot of people happy with his music. And he's saying it's bred it right into the church. Now, and I'm down to my third grandson. He wanted to go, our grandson, he wanted to go to a black college. And we were very fortunate we could take him to the one he wanted to go to. We drove him down there and the family looked at the school, went in and just checked everything out before we went. 2 years in advance, we did this year. And that's when he graduated from high school. That's when he went.
He had a set in stone he wanted to go.
He went to that school. You understand? The name is his college.
Virginia State.
Virginia State. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He went there, and he stayed in school, and he's teaching 11th and 12th grade now in Virginia.
Sure
And
is.
he's been there doing this for a few years now.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't be proud of you, and they didn't get not in any trouble and all. There's one young man named Ty, and one little girl, you understand?
Getting ready for church or something Sunday morning. I don't want to wear that. That's the way the clothes are.
But those are some of the good things that we can say. And they love everybody, the family, get along, the family is family people, you understand? We're family.
That's right.
We love our family.
That's right.
And that's hopefully we had something to do with molding this together. You know, had some kind of cement mold with it, you understand?
Y'all was the brick in the morning.
Yeah.
All of us had our children at the same time.
We appreciate it. Love it.
Sister-in-law, my sisters, brothers,
Yeah.
and they all grew up together. They're all the same age, and they just had a ball
Yeah.
together.
We did.
And that's a good thing to value.
We
you
still
know.
do whenever we get a chance to get
Yes.
together. That's what we want. We
I had,
This is
And all that's clean time.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
thinking about drinking together. You know, it wasn't on our mind. You know, we just had
Just
that
good fun.
good fun.
You know, Robert, I'm just
One of my cousins kissed his mother one day, then got upset with his lap. We were at one day little party. They kissed her, and didn't even know it. You know,
Oh, wait.
he laughed so much about that. And that's so,
That way
but
you.
we were just all family. You know, we just
Yeah.
had a good time. And we didn't think about kids want sex and want this, want that. We didn't even have that on our mind. You know, we just good time.
So what have you?
That's why you live in a different world.
I was gonna ask you about that. Like,
just talking about
do
that.
you see? I know you see it. A big difference
Oh,
with.
my gracious. Terrible now.
But now let's stop it. You know, hold it down. All the kids are not like that.
Yeah.
Not
All
everybody.
of them are not like that.
Mhm.
And they got look at the other kid to keep from being laughed at or shamed now. You
Yeah.
understand? They kind of get squeezed in it.
Mhm.
But I separated myself from them. You can separate yourself and still be your friend.
Mhm.
You don't look down on them.
No.
You try to help them.
Exactly.
If you can, something you can't help. But then you have to realize that yourself. You still give them a smile and go on about your business. But live your life and you gotta live their life.
Love from a distance.
Right, you can't live everybody's life. It's a whole different.
Whole different ball
Whole
game.
different ball game. Yes. These kids, I see little boys, you know, you'd be surprised how they talk to old folks. You
There's
know,
no respect for them.
There's
Yeah.
no respect for nobody.
Yeah.
And when they're out driving the automobiles, there's a good chance to say somebody right here this year. When you're driving in the streets, you don't block the streets. You know, you standing, somebody else gotta go through. You wanna stand there 5 minutes and talk to your buddy. Pull over the side. That's all you have to do and talk.
Yeah.
There's no problem with that here.
Mhm.
And the other thing, and this is serious here. You will park your car
Mhm.
and just fly your door open. And never look
No,
back and
look
see
to
if
see
another
what's
car
up.
is back there. That guy might not see you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now what I'm saying now is very important. It's safety, something that you should take under consideration. But nobody's teaching this here.
Right.
When we was kids, they taught us, don't open your door. The car's coming. There's another car coming. Don't open the door. Don't do this here. Pull that. Park. There's 2 parking spots here. Don't take both of them. Leave it for one for somebody else. We're not teaching to respect the other party. More you live in this world. Somebody else got to live here.
Mhm.
So you can't tell everybody this here, but you gotta, if you can ease a smile in on them and tell them that they're in a nice way, they may respect it, but they will appreciate it later on. I guarantee you that.
Mhm.
When you tell them the truth, nobody never forget the truth. Okay. Bottom line.
Wisdom.
Mic drop. Do you think chivalry still exists? Because I know you've opened doors and you all of that.
Yeah.
Chivalry is.
Just keep on doing
But
it.
do you see it?
Yes,
still?
I see
They
it
just keep on doing it.
slowly, and guys tipping their hats. You mean doors opening and what was?
Everything. Like opening the
Opening
door
the
for a
door for
woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you see, when I walk in some, I can't help but do it. And everybody says to me, people say, you do that. It's so nice, I don't see this here often. I was brought up this way. You take your hat off,
It was
or
normal
you
back then.
tip your hat
Yeah.
to a lady. Or when there's a lady around, you take your hat off. You go, and don't put it on the table or set it down, set your hat up, it's a place for it, you know what I'm saying? But we're not, these things we're not taught anymore in most cases. I do believe there's some people still doing this here. And when I see a gentleman do that, I say, that was sharp, buddy. All right, you understand?
Yeah.
I let him know. Just if you had pulled out something that you shouldn't have been doing, I'd have been criticizing you as I didn't do that. Well, if I'm gonna do this here, the same let me just stop here. When I go in a store and a waitress, waiter is good to me, whoever's serving you at the counter, doing whatever, you understand, it's at tops and that.
Right.
I walk in, I make them smile sometimes. You smile, you say hi, smile.
Mhm.
They be mean back there, before I leave there, you gonna smile. See?
That's why I tell them,
and they
take those problems.
and they be happy when they see me next time, you know what I'm saying? But they gonna remember this with somebody else. That's now your day is gonna go better, you understand? You don't have to stand back there, But they need to somebody had to tell them this here.
Yeah.
Now they didn't like it at first, but then they know I was telling the truth, so they respect it.
Exactly.
And you should do it anybody.
I just told them the other day,
Yeah.
take those crowns off.
Don't
Be
be
no
no
crowns.
problem.
Take them away. Easy with that.
But I have a lot, sometimes you have a lot on your mind, a lot of things you're doing, and you may snap, and that's natural, that's common for
It's
human
human
nature.
nature.
But you have to know how to get out of it. It's like a car riding down the street in a slide.
You know how to adjust.
Yes,
Like you said, give me a kiss.
yeah, see? You get all that sugar. Hey, don't let that sugar get away.
You gotta catch it when it's gone.
So awesome. Like it's so, we see day in and we've seen love so different than, like we've seen what you guys talk about in like movies, because it's not, for us, it's not
to
normal.
see it that way anymore.
Yeah, but it's so wonderful to hear
You
it.
don't see gentlemen court a lady.
Yeah, you don't see them hitting one another. The laughing is one of the worst thing a man can do.
Yeah, nowadays,
It's still going
Well, I want to say, this is what I always said a long time ago. You start, the lady can change this year. The lady. When we were kids, with the girl, she drew you in by her, you respected her. You respected her parents, the people that they seen you with, you understand? But when the girls would say, at 7, 8 years old, they should have a school for them to go in and teach them to demand respect. See, a guy wants to see a girl, he wants to talk to her, but she can demand. He sees on the movie where you beat him and now you're making that, and I got you, you're my woman, something like that. No. Go to that school, and if you don't like the way you should act, they calling me all these here funny names out there, and you're laughing, and everybody's laughing with you, you understand? You let it go on, and the guy's gonna do it.
Right.
And he's gonna do anything the way he wants to you. But you demand respect.
Yeah.
At that age, 7 or 8, and then teach them on up to a lady, and they're gonna learn. We don't have, to my knowledge, okay? We don't have no classes where they teach them like that. We did one time back, we had a community center here where we had Miss Brown and Mr. Griffin and people come in there that had some kind of background that would teach you to respect, gain respect, how to gain respect, and teach the man how to give you respect. But we need that there with this. Now, when you got the songs, they help. They instigate this here by the words they use in the song. Now you tell the kid, you buy the kid the record, the kid plays it. Well, he wants to sing the song, so he's gonna say the same thing. He's gonna say the same thing on the song.
Right.
He calls the same thing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go back just a step. There was a group named Hank Bellick and the Midnighters, black group. That was when black people was second grade or third grade musicians out there, just played black people like. And they had a song called Annie Had a Baby, Can't Work No More. Well, and when they would get to the rhythm of the song, they would go like it goes, she worked it out, the hump, 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 you worked the baby. They spent 2 years in jail for this year.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Sometime, I better say 2 years. I think it was 2 years. But they spent time in jail because they were showing the people out there that didn't like black music, were showing their families that this was wrong, you know what I'm saying? But their families got wild just like ours. Some of our families got wild, so now they all do the same thing anyway out there because we didn't put a bridle on it when we had it where it should have been.
Right.
We let it get away, and they kept the songs going, Now you can hear anything on a song, anything.
Yeah.
Oh my
And if
goodness.
a kid come through your house singing it,
Can't be
you
mad.
can't get mad at it.
Right,
You
right.
understand?
It's crazy.
When Nanette was small, I didn't like the word funky Broadway, right? And that was Wilson Pickett back in the Blazers, funky Broadway. I said that taught me right there about the music. You don't buy this here for them, but then now you don't buy it, but they play it on the radio, so you're gonna hear it anyway. So when he gets to playing this song and he goes singing funky Broadway, it's just a song to him or her, the kid. He don't know any better.
Right.
If they had a song, a ballad song, or a swing song or something, like, you can make good music without that there, you understand? I'm talking to musician here, you understand? He knows that there. But, and don't put words in that in if they would do that.
Try to help you too, it's not good.
Well, we call it not nice because in our time, we were different. We just, our words were different, and it sounds different now, but not to everybody.
Right.
Everybody, a lot of people just love it. This is part of their living, their life.
Yeah.
But it's not a part of the Bible.
Right.
Say that.
Now now you've made a step out of your religious thoughts, and you're not into your Bible, but you're a church person. You go there and everything. I said to we went out to the casino when they opened up here in the falls, right? And we were the first ones down there.
Right.
Or not. So I said to the Reverend the next day, I said, Reverend, he said, anybody had to go you angry about anything? Yeah, I got kind of frustrated. I was down to the casino last night, and I got, what are you mad about, Mateo? I said, I couldn't find no seats. He said, why? I said, all your members was down there. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't find out. That's a joke. So take that for a joke. I think you can do things according to the Bible says, let a man be saved by his own body, but let it be a good one.
Yep.
And you're going to know right from wrong. If the Bible says, judge you not while you judge your brother, when the Father in heaven will judge us all, right? So I don't judge people. I just made a joke out of that because we need laughs.
Right.
We don't give enough laughs in the world, see? But yeah, but he did what? There was my seat there. I play that machine all the time.
That machine high. Yeah, my seat.
We own machines now when you go to a casino, That's my machine over there. But no, that's a joke.
That's hilarious.
But that's what we have to really do. But we have to have some humor in life.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, before we go, and this might take, I want to hear all of them.
Okay, go ahead.
Tell us the secret to longevity.
Longevity?
Yes.
Okay, this is where it goes. The Bible says a man, first say, honor thy mother and thy father, that their days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Now what we determined was days was 70. What we determined was 70 was 60 and 10, right? It was 70 years. Now, anytime above that, I had a friend of mine, that one I just said about was in my wedding. When he got of age, he said, I told the fellow, said something to him, said, you better take it easy, boy, I'm living on some of your time. You got big. But it says, honor thy mother and thy father, that the days may be long upon the land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee. And that's not your birth mother. I don't think myself. I think it'd be a mother, any mother, you understand? Honor is honor, bottom line. And if you respect other people, try to be good to people. Try to live a life the best of your ability. You understand? That's why we go to churches, and church for the preacher to give us some wisdom and knowledge. When I get on my knees and pray at nighttime, I said, Father, bless my pastor, his wife, and his family. Give him words and wisdom that's going to be fruitful food for our body, religious food. You understand? Now, it said the way it's gonna be so good. It's a fool won't even can't miss it. It's gonna be, you understand? So you're gonna know when you're right, when you're wrong, and broad is the way that lead to destruction. You see, oh man, I'm out there. You see us all in the casino. You understand? You see us doing these different things. You understand? Places. Narrow is the path to righteousness. And every now and then you'll see a travel. See, a lot of people think everybody's going to heaven. Yeah, everybody's going to heaven. Says a remedy. You made a tree. A remedy is just 2 or 3 nuts left on the tree up there. So you be lucky if you be one of them. You understand? And I hear people say, a lot of times they'll say, no man is perfect. Now I respect what you said. But you don't know whether he's perfect or not. You don't know whether this man is perfect. Because he's, you know, you can't live a perfect life. All right, well, why would, I said this to a person, so you think the Lord would ask you to do anything you can't do? I said, no, that's what I think. I thought he said, be ye therefore perfect, for I'm your Father, I'm perfect in heaven. Is right? Something like that there in some words? Be ye therefore perfect. Well, when you think he's going to ask you can't be perfect, don't tell me you can't be perfect. I lived a perfect life to my ability when I was in church in my teenage, coming up until I went straight. And I still try to live the best nice life and respect people. You understand? I don't say that's what it all took to get in heaven. You understand? Right. But the point is you just have to do those things. In other words, to do a long life. And the Lord says, no man knows the day, the hour when the Son of Man calls. He comes like a thief by night. You understand? And you don't know. And it ain't for you to know.
Right.
But, and I get a lot of people that they jump to one stream trying to escape. Bible said you were given a day to be born, and you were also given a day to leave here. Now, if you believe the one day you were given the day to be born, why you don't believe the one you were here to leave here? And he told you how long to live in long jeopardy life. Told you from Jump Street, honor the mother and father, David, and keep the 10 commandments, you understand? So you can't leave them out, you know. But those things, and take care of yourself. You give you 5 senses, and you use them well. You know, if I eat this, like you said, this is the bother right here, you know, then don't do that there.
Right.
If you things that you know bothers you, don't bother. The body was made by what God pulled some real, you understand? And made man, and he made him his own image, right? So he made him to function.
Right.
Like they put a car together, it's a function. It's the function for you. It's already made together. So you ain't got no business working. When you get a new car, you walk in there, put the key in, and it's supposed to go. So that's the same thing the body is. But now they'll say, well, common sense teach you this. Yeah, you got 5 of them. You understand? you listen to them. You understand? All right. If I walk down to the falls and look over there, I know if I go over that fall. Now, hear what I'm saying. I know if I go over that falls, his chances is that I ain't gonna make it.
Right.
But there's chances is that you can make it. If it's not, now let's go back, if it's not your time, you're not leaving here. Look at that airplane just happened. This is fresh.
Yeah.
One of the engines cap came off on the fire in the engine up there. Now you know everybody up there thought they was dead.
Mm-hmm.
And that plane's supposed to crash.
Right.
But the good Lord brought it down for a reason. And everything is done for a reason.
I believe that 100%.
Okay, that's my saying. So you do what you have to do, okay?
Somebody get this man some orange juice and a towel. He just preached.
But I just told the truth. I just told the truth, I hope. You know
So
what
what about in marriage?
In marriage?
Like what is the key thing that Court and I have to hold on to? That I mean, well,
not
us. I'll say somebody.
I wasn't saying that you weren't listening. You left something out because I showed you that there. He's grown, you're grown.
That's true. Yes.
And you respect him, he respects you. And when you got married, said, to death do us part.
Yes.
That told you right there. And you're gonna have ups and downs. You notice here, and that's my line. Now, you disagree in order to agree. How the hell you gonna be be with him, you understand, and never argue with him and fuss like that? I would get rid of you myself. Now you gotta have those different things. That's ups and downs.
Yeah.
Everybody has. In fact, Christ, I believe in some parts of the scripture, he got mad.
He was turning the tables over.
So you understand what I'm saying? So you're not Christ, so you're not better than him.
No.
So you think you can? Why you think you gonna go through this world without fussing with Court? He was married to us, Christ.
Right.
So you're gonna have a fuss with him, you're gonna have a fuss with you. It's that way, and I don't want to be specific pointing you out as individuals like
Well, you got to be strong.
But that's right.
One time you kind of maybe feel hurt.
Yeah, well, that's part of it. I tested you that time. You
Oh,
tested you.
I don't like to see no lady cry.
Yeah. Well, she was crying about nothing.
And
Yeah.
it was something I felt.
Yeah.
Well, I can't tell all her feelings,
Right.
and she was right. You understand? But I understand that. That's why I say you got feelings, she got feelings. You got ideas, she got
I
ideas.
say you don't
But y'all have to put them together.
don't holler at me.
Yeah.
Talk to me. I hear you.
Now I'm gonna show you another thing about old folks. Now, if you don't believe it, when they get down, you get up and go somewhere. And then I'll show you what to do. Pretend you gotta go if you ain't gotta go.
There you go. You don't need to artifact with
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Well, about to come back.
I don't think it's no more. We done.
Well, we thank you guys for tuning in to All This Fair in Love and Marriage.
Oh my God.
This month has been amazing.
Yes, it has.
We
Yes, it
have
has.
gleaned and gotten gems and so much advice from everyone that has joined us this month. Our first week, we had our pastor and first lady,
Yes.
Tucker of the Light Church, our loves. Then the next week, we had
The
Courtney
Allens.
and not
No,
the
not
Allens.
Allens.
Courtney and Allen Knight.
Wow.
Phenomenal finance and business and balance.
Yeah.
Then we had Pastor Dwayne Thomas and Mercedes Thomas, First Lady Mercedes Thomas,
Yeah.
and they gave us nuggets about balance, also blended families, and just shutting up the chatter.
Yep.
And then we topped it off with Gammie Pop. Yeah, they listen, y'all. I cried.
A couple times.
Okay, and I am so appreciative of this, and you don't get this often to be able to sit on the couch and have a conversation with 61 years of marriage.
Yeah.
So we
That's
thank you
why
guys.
I told you when you told us you were going to get married, I said,
Yes,
we could
she told me. You was a good dude.
She told you the truth too.
Tell it,
She
Coach.
told you the
She
truth.
said that's why I'm with him now. She said, I know.
Yes.
That's why I'm with him
I
now.
held on. You know, it was a little shaky. But we made it through. And I really appreciate you both for that. Because I think that the foundation speaks to the man that he is today.
Absolutely.
And
We're proud.
I'm grateful.
We're pleased.
Thank you.
But then Robert, he's
Young
been
fella.
so good and kind to me. You know, he is.
Yes.
He's a kind, he just treats me so nice. But he can get kind of evil sometimes. Like I said, but
It's human nature.
Yes.
We all have our moments.
yeah, we understand it.
Yes.
Because we don't even think of what the word is. You know, what did he say? You know, we don't think back.
Mhm.
Keep going.
That's right.
Yeah, keep on thinking ahead.
God bless you, and I know you're gonna do well. You got them fine kids around that house there.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
they're keeping us young.
That's right.